Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and today I want to make a tag booklet, a little tiny taggy journal. So I have this Starbucks box. It's been flattened out, but it's a box that deliveries come in if you order anything from Starbucks. I had two of them and I've cut the other one up into 4 simple tag shapes. So we'll just put that one aside for another day. When I say put it aside, I just mean throw it on the floor. So yeah, so tags are, let's see, 14 centimetres by just a smidgen over 7.5 centimetres, and in old money that's 3 inches by 5.5 inches. So, let's keep the ruler out in case we need it to tear. So I have, yeah, and I'm going to make it like a kind of flip journal. So it will be attached like that. You'll see what I mean. Okay, let me show you what I've got. I've shopped my stash and I've gathered my bits. I've got my little Tim Holtz and little bulb pins and little Tim Holtz little tiny clips and little tiny paper clips and whatnot, so we'll use that. I have some tiny stamps that I haven't used these for a long time, and I thought, oh, that might come in handy. We'll see. These are art by Marlene, and this, and then just a few pieces. Oh, I've got some vintage photo distress ink for the edges. I've got my words for a finishing touch, and I have some washi, some Project Life cards or journaling note cards, ones that I'm not really keen on the pictures, but we'll get them used up. I've got some lined paper so that I can decorate one side and put lined paper on the other side so that we can do some journaling at a future point. So I've got that. I've got some sari silk. I've got some wee bits and bobs in this one. Some little bits of fabric, a Tim Holtz word, some dials. I've got 3 photographs that I'm going to use on 3 of the pages of this young lady here. And then apart from that, just some bits of scrap paper that we'll use to collage. So yeah, so I had a good wee half hour shopping my stash, as they say. Well, I think that's what they say. So yeah, so I think the first thing that I want to do is join them together. Yeah, let's put that aside for now, that little tray and the ink, and we will think about joining them with some washi tape. Whoops. Yeah, so let's see if we can figure this out. Quite often when I am winging things a little bit, although I've made a tag book before, it was a good while back, and sometimes when you're winging it a little bit, I get a bit tongue-tied and a little bit of that stopping mid-sentence business. But if I do, well, I'm just going to tear that first wee bit off because don't think it's sticky anymore. And I've put glue, a little bit of glue on because this is going to be holding this together and be hinges. I just want to make sure that, now where's my little card? It's in my burley thing here. Use that one. I just want to make sure. So if I stop mid-sentence, I will go back to that sentence at some other point. Let's do it this way. And finish the sentence. So yeah, because they're hinges, thus I am using a little bit of glue, just because the washi tape might, although we are collaging over some of the washi anyway, so that will reinforce it a little bit at the edges. I just need to cut that bit off a little bit. I overshot the runway there. Let's just pull that off. There we are. Good, good. Now, do we want to put them all together, or do we want to decorate two and then add the other two on when I'm ready to decorate that? Because otherwise I think it will become quite unruly for me. So I think I'm going to start decorating right away. And yeah, and then we'll add them as we need them, because I think they'll get in my way, I think. Anyway, right, so we want, quite often I start with the focal point that I want. So let me think. I want 3 photographs, but I don't want the front cover, which is going to be this one. Will that be right? Because that one will go on there, and that one will go on there, yeah. Yeah, so this is going to be my, why is it squeegee already? Doesn't matter. Right, so this is going to be my front cover. And I've got 3 photographs. I don't think I want a photograph on the cover. I'm going to keep the photographs for the inside. I think I want this on the front cover. Let's just move that out the way. So that's going to be my focal point somewhere. Now, and I'm going to use my Sweetheart Found My Sweetheart. So we'll need to remember that we're going to use that Found My Sweetheart, because I think this is going to be a little book that her young gentleman keeps in his briefcase. Right, okay, so if that's going to be our focal point, let's pick out some bits for the cover. I think I want a little bit of fabric on the cover, and I like this. So I'm going to put a piece of that on the cover. I am going to put a dial, because he's an engineer. Yes, he's very sought after by the ladies. So he is. And I quite like that with the red writing. It picks up that little red flower there. Maybe some of these bits. I hope you can see and my fingers not getting in the way. I think maybe a Parisian ticket because he's a man about town and I think he's been to Paris. Right, let's just see how that is. Let's try this pink as well. Okay. I need a bigger bit, I think. This is my scrap box, and I think we're going to pick out just some pieces of I don't know what I'm looking for here, but I'll know when I find it. There we are. Just to get a good bit of background covered. Oops. So that's good. I think we'll do that. Most of this will probably get covered up. And I don't even need to cover up the whole of the background. It doesn't necessarily need to be covered. I think what we'll do is take a piece of that. So I don't know, I doubt very much if we will get this finished today. So this may well be a part 1. But I'm not promising that part 2 will be, might be 3 or 4 days, because tomorrow I have my Craftaholics meeting. Yep, the first Saturday of the month has come round very quickly. I wanted to keep that red number in. So that's tomorrow afternoon. So that's a whole afternoon with the crafty ladies. And I'll be out in the morning at the shops. So that's Saturday taken care of. Let's just see how the focal point is looking. Yep, it's looking okay. That's covering up that. Now, I wonder if another piece of pink up here. So yeah, so Craftaholics on Saturday, and then Sunday we will be out in the morning. and for some shopping and whatnot. So Sunday afternoon, I'm not sure whether what will happen then, but I think maybe we'll have that dial. I think we'll take a bit off of this. Chop. Yeah. Okay. Now, a little bit. Where can we put in our little piece of fabric? Maybe. Yeah. I might need to just trim that wee bit off, or we might just leave it hanging. Okay. I think we'll get this bit down now. And then we'll be able to ink. Now, do I want to stitch round? I will want to stitch round. That's not too thick. It'll go through that. So that's fine. Let's just use this. In fact, if I'm stitching round, it doesn't need to hold all that well. Just put some glue stick. I think that was supposed to be lower down. Wonder if we put our found up there. No, I like it down here. So no. What have we got? Maybe we will do a little bit of stamping in there. Let's try this. And I have a little, that'll need to go on a piece of fabric, so maybe we need another piece of fabric. I think that's his Sweetheart's Pearls. Right, what were we going to do? We were going to maybe stamp up here. Now, will we be brave enough to stamp? let's put this on before we stick anything down. This is just a little bit of linen that's been stamped on. It was for another project and then it didn't get used and it ended up in the little scrap box. That one won't go round the U-bend. I was going to say. I'll just need to stay like that. That's fine. It looks like a pawnbroker's sign, you know, the 3 balls. It's quite cute though, eh? Right, now let's see. I wonder if this will, let me try it on the piece. A piece that I won't use, this little triangle piece here. Let's just see if it shows up. Oh yeah, yeah, it shows up fine. It's not been stuck down yet, and I've jumped onto the stamping. Put a wee drop down here. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so where are we at? This is still to be stuck. I need to use the 3-in-1 because I don't think the stitching will reach, and plus with the beads being on it, I don't think that will go through, break the sewing machine for sure. We don't want a broken sewing machine. Right. I'm going to use my long punch. I can't remember what it's called. It's used for punching like security passes and things like that. It cuts a slit rather than a hole. Yep. And let's see what we've got. This pinkish one is quite nice. And I've got a bit of twine. So let's see, we can we'll put it through just now, but I might need to take it off when we go to do the other side. I'm just going to snip it, and then I'm just going to tie a knot. There we are. think this little bit's going to annoy me. Yeah. I wish that was a wee bit more frayed. Don't think it's the kind of material that's going to fray. Oh yeah. A degree of determination it will fray. That's better. I don't, you probably can't see that, but there's wee threads now. Right. So, found and my sweetheart. Yeah. Let's jump a step. Get a little bit of ink round the edges. I'm not a big inker of edges, but sometimes it, on some projects, it certainly makes a difference, I think. I wish that bead would go round. I think I'm going to end up taking that little pink one off so that it hangs properly. Right, let's have a skiddle with this. Now that I've stuck it on, it might not. Oh, there we go. Right, take the pink one off. That's better. The pink one must just be slightly bigger. Yeah. Okay, so the finishing touch. He found his sweetheart. Do I want it down there now? Because it seems quite bottom heavy now. Quite like it there. Let's see how it looks with the sweetheart. Oops. See, my sweetheart doesn't show up amongst all the bits there, but it shows up down there. Now, does found and sweetheart need to be together? I think it maybe does need to be together. And it does need to be at the bottom there. But I think what it is this. That needs to be further up so that it's not. Or does it look okay next to that? Somebody help. Remember, it'll have something round the middle as well. A closure, like a wee wrappy thing round the middle. So I think we'll stick with down the bottom there. I can never get the backs off of these. So we're going to just use our 3-in-1. And use the gloopy bit that was already out the bottle. I'll put it under so that that just becomes part of the beads. Found my sweet tart, and that's going to need some glue. Yeah. I think maybe it still needs something up there, but I'm going to leave it just now. We can always go back and add something up here. It just seems quite bottom heavy. What else did I bring out? I don't see anything else that I've got in my little tray at the moment. I'm going to just put a little bit of this across this line. Oh, that's much better. Right, I think that makes a difference. Okay, now I don't know how long that is. Let me see. Oh, that's just over half an hour just to do the front page. But so this second one is only going to have the lined paper in the second one, and then this one is going to have one of the photographs with some bits behind. So we can get this on, we can add a little bit of washi there, I think we'll put it up a bit, and we can put a bit of washi down the bottom as well. And then he can write all about his sweetheart. I think I might help him write something. Maybe we'll write about how they met. We'll think something up, something nice and romantic. And we can write how they met. We'll just use this. Get that wee bit off my finger. Yeah, a little bit of writing page. We might bring something over from this page when we're going to do that. No, I don't think we will. But that just looks quite I suppose it depends. It'll depend how it looks once this is done. So we've got this one to do. Oh, you know what I might do? I might add a wee flip to this. Oh, there's some nice roses. And that gives them some extra space. Yeah, we'll add a wee flip to that. And plus, that'll look different because maybe it will be stitched round. If I stitch round the front, then the stitches will come through, and that will just maybe make that a little bit different. I think that's too wide. It's too big. Let's half it. Let's tear it in half. Or thereabouts. So and that can be a little flip. Let's see what washi we can use for that. Just get rid of that end bit. Sometimes when the washi curls up, when it's in your basket or wherever you keep it, the wee end bits curl up, and then it's not sticky anymore. There. We should have inked the edges. That's what we should have done if we had been paying attention. We can still get to the edges. Oh, that'll make a difference, of course, to that bit being straight. See, that does make a difference there. Right, so we've got a wee flip. Could just put a wee thing here, I think. Okay, so the little tray's got into a little bit of a mess. Let's take that out. That's the other half of that. That's from my other writing pages. So what have we got that we can put there? A little clock. Oh, here's some. What about one of these? And they're quite big though, it covers the whole. That's quite nice on the back. Let's do that. There we are. Right, what do we think? What do we think for the front? We've got the other half of the dial. That's quite cool. I've got these. No, you don't know that's completely covering that up. Till I get back up on my seat. Oh, there we are. Now, we didn't use a wee clip or a paper clip. I wonder if we can clip something on. What have we got that we could clip on? Here's some tickets from our tray. And it's almost like he's collected souvenirs from when they've been out. That's quite cute. Right, so how does that look now? Yeah. And she's going here. Which one? This one, I think. But I think we'll leave it there for today. Maybe I'll stitch round them all at the end. Yeah, happy with that. And I've made a right old girdle. Thought I was going to be organised. Well, I'm sort of organised. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. That's 40 odd minutes, 45 minutes nearly. But we've got the cover done. And we've got this first page done, and we have a plan for the rest. They will go on, and it will become a nice little concertina little journal. Yeah, little tag flip. Yeah, happy with that. That'll sit nice. And he found his sweetheart. I'm still not entirely convinced. Let me think. Let's go into the washi drawer. These little pluses match the... I'm going to end up starting to cover everything up here. That's better. Right. Draw the line. Don't add anything more. Okay, thanks for joining me today, and if you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.